Hey, welcome. I'm Kath Nolan, once high-performing perfectionist good girl turned goddess of balance, kicking even bigger goals. This is the podcast where we make balance doable for busy, overstretched working women, embracing your voice, honoring your feminine power, and protecting your energy. This allows you to truly step into greatness for the sake of all you hold dear. This is balance, and I am so glad you are here claiming balance for yourself. So I know you've seen this, those small car only parking spots. The other day I saw this beefy, big Lexus parked right there in one of those tiny spaces, bold as anything, like it belonged. And you know what? The woman was entirely in her lane. She was not hurting anyone. She wasn't inconveniencing anybody. She wasn't apologizing for taking up space. And that, my friend, is how I want you to approach. How do you want you to approach balance? Balance is not about taking up less space. It's about taking up your space unapologetically. And just to be clear, unapologetically means guilt-free. I think if you're the kind of person who wears guilt, you actually don't need to be worried about imposing. You are just not wired to go that far. But you can absolutely go a whole lot further than you currently are. I mean, like, you can push boundaries further. You can push your boundaries further. You can lean more into balance without breaking anyone or breaking any relationship that's important to you. But here's the thing. When I talk about balance, I get pushback. And the loud pushback, the spoken pushback, it's awesome because quite often there's also the unspoken pushback that comes in the form of those kind of knowing disapproval and cynicism. You know, the face that says, oh, I have heard about the importance of balance. Logically, I get that it's important. It's just that it's so stupendously unachievable. It's not that women don't want balance. Every human wants balance, right? But because somewhere along the way, we're taught that balance means slowing down, doing less, and making ourselves smaller. We have a message that balance in some ways means that we're less of a woman, that prioritizing ourselves means that we care less about others. And that's a poor reflection of your worth as a woman, right? You might not be even conscious of this. It might be that you are making choices from a base of this conditioning without even realizing that this is affecting your processing. It's an unconscious bias. So I am going to change your mind today. Hopefully, I'm going to at least open your mind to a new possibility. So if balance has ever felt like a dirty word to you, like something that's selfish or weak or impossible, this episode is for you. So let's be real. There is a good chance you've thought of at least one of these before. I'll focus on balance when I have more time. Or balance is for people who don't have big goals. Or balance is for people who don't have kids who need them. Or I don't have the luxury of balance. I've got too much to do. Or one of the, as I say, that like the many, many working mums that I know, they just seem to have this sense, and I know this sense because I've felt it myself, and it's been so many conversations with friends and colleagues and clients, this idea that I can't rest when my kids need something. They're my first priority. They grow so fast. They have a built-in time limit because they are growing. You can see them every day getting bigger and bigger. You can see the time with them slipping away. So you kind of figure they don't need me. They won't need me soon. And I won't give up those precious moments, those precious opportunities to be there for them or with them. And the time that we're investing into the kids, that's the time that we think that one day when I no longer have the kids to look after, that's when I'll get to balancing and looking after myself. I get it because I've been there too. All of these, this was me. This was me. There was a time in my life when I believed that I had to hold everything together. I had to push through, had to keep going. I built a career. I ran my business. I had 3 young kids, each 2 years apart. And I love how close they are together. No matter how, if you have kids, no matter whether your kids are a big distance apart or close together. There's advantages to both, right? So I love that they were so close together. I had this really big intensity, and the kids are close. It's beautiful. So I juggled the invisible mental load of being everything to everybody, because that's what ambitious women do, right? And I don't just mean career ambition, I mean ambition for all of the goals, those multifaceted goals that we have. I'm ambitious for all of them. I want to be the best mum I possibly can be. I want to be the healthiest I can possibly be. I'm ambitious about that. I want to do relaxation properly. And I want to be the best boss that I can be. Really want to be the best boss that I can be. And I carry that so personally. But here's what I learned the hard way. The more that I pushed, the more that my power drained away. My income didn't actually grow. It plateaued. My impact didn't grow. I was working harder, but my world wasn't getting bigger. It was getting smaller. And one day I realized that if I wanted more, if I wanted more impact, more money, more recognition, better quality relationships with my kids as well as in my professional life, I didn't actually need to do more. I needed to do less, but better. And that's the moment that I redefined balance. Not as a time management hack, but as a power move. And I think that's the moment where everything shifted. When I stopped looking at balance as just time management and started looking at it as a power move. So let's talk about what the research says, because this isn't really, it's not just fluffy self-care. It's not a self-care conversation. You know, this is backed by data. So the first one, right? Productivity and focus. We know that there's studies out of Harvard and the Business Review showing that professionals who could build intentional work-life boundaries are 40% more productive than those who don't. Why is that? Because scattered focus and burnout kill performance. But seriously, 40% more productive, that's worth a big look, right? That's worth a deep dive, yeah? The second one, women, burnout and leadership. McKinsey's Women in the Workplace report found that 1 in 3 women are considering downshifting or leaving their careers entirely due to burnout. The kicker, the women most at risk are the ones in leadership, the ones who should be thriving. So when we talk about balance, we're not talking about slowing down. We are absolutely not talking about slowing down. We are talking about sustaining your power long enough to actually reach the level of success that you're aiming for. Okay, so if you are looking right now to see, does this relate to me? I want you to ask these 3 questions. First question, do I feel control? Do I feel in control of my time? Or am I constantly reacting to other people's priorities? Do I feel in control of my time, or am I constantly reacting to other people's priorities? Second question, am I waiting? Am I waiting for recognition, or am I positioning myself for it? And the third one, do I own my space, or do I shrink myself to fit into small car only expectations? So if any of these hit a nerve, it's not because you're falling down. It's not because you're broken on balance. It's because you were never taught that balance isn't about slowing down. It's about showing up in your life the way that you choose. When you are in balance, absolutely you have some quiet times. That balances out the busy times. But that doesn't mean that you're actually slowing down. It's truly about showing up in a bigger way where it's most important. Okay, now I know that you might still be thinking that balance is selfish. It's not selfish, it's strategy. So let us flip the script on this. Balance is not about pulling back. It's about stepping forward more powerfully, more intentionally, with more presence. Because the women who balance their energy, their visibility and their priorities, they make more money, they've got stronger reputations, they hold more influence without burning out. So what if balance isn't about pulling back, but about finally claiming what's yours? Your time, your impact, your space. just like the woman in the Lexus, she knew she belonged there. She didn't wait for permission. She didn't try to squeeze into a space that was too small for her. She just took it unapologetically. And that's the level of confidence that I want for you when it comes to balance. So if this resonates, let's talk about your next move. If this conversation is hitting home, here's what I want you to do next. First, go answer those questions, seriously, because awareness is the first step. You can't change what you don't see. Okay, secondly, if you're ready to stop circling this idea and actually apply it, the balance method is waiting for you. I'm so excited about this balance method. So it's the exact framework that I use with women in leadership to help them get out of survival mode and into a life where balance isn't a luxury, it's a given. This is what has worked. It's what's worked for me. You're going to assess where your balance needs work. It's my balance scorecard. So part of the balance method is my balance scorecard. It'll show you where you need to work and where you are doing great. It's a pie with 8 wedges of the pie. It's super exciting. Honestly, I'm so excited to share it with you. So that's the balance scorecard. And then you'll get strategies, real strategies to shift it, strategies to better balance, to balance better based on where you're at. So based on your scorecard. This is not like a one size fits all. This is your scorecard. So based on your scorecard, what is it that you need to do to balance better based on where you're at? And if you're serious about making this happen fast, I'll show you how we can work together to Inside Reputation, the group coaching program, to take it even further. Because, my friend, here is the truth. No one is going to hand you more space. No one is going to hand you more space. You have to take it. The balance method is how you do that. How you do that and honor your relationships. How you do that and honor what's most important to you. How you take on balance in a way that raises up what's most important to you. Not turning your back on what's most important to you, but honoring and making that more precious. Oh, see why I'm obsessed? I can't speak. I'm obsessed, but I can't speak. I said, see why I'm so obsessed? Okay, so if you're in, I'll see you inside. Go check out the balance method now and let's make this real. I'm so excited for you. I'm so excited for you to join me. The shift in my life has been enormous. The shift for people who I've worked with has been huge. I can't wait for you to join me. You know, I believe that women do help other women. I hope that this episode has empowered you to question your willingness to go last. I hope that you will embrace balance, and I'm also hoping that you will help me to help other women to do the same. So how can you help? Show your support for the work. Subscribe and review the podcast here where you're listening. Follow the Goddess of Balance on Instagram to catch some cheeky behind the scenes and extras. Connect with me on LinkedIn and share the posts with your network. That would be sensational. If you have enjoyed this program, this episode, you will no doubt love my group coaching program. You got to find all the links to these in the little written blurb for this episode. Thank you, my friend, for normalizing balance with me. We are raising performance and reputations, wellness and equality. Together, we're creating positive change for working women, starting with you. Sincerely, I thank you for being part of the movement.